Hi guys, welcome to the first video. This is a walkthrough for one of the functional skills level 1 papers that we did in class, and this is section A. I should say September 2019 on the front. So let's do this one. Non-calculator, 25 minutes. Just make sure, when you start the exam, do read the instructions first. I know it's obvious, but you have to use a black ink or ballpoint pen. Fill in the boxes with your name. They'll go through all the stuff. When you do the exam, they'll go through all these details anyway. They'll provide everything. All you need to bring is a mask, your ID, and obviously yourself, and that's it. Yeah, everything else will be provided for you. So let's do this one. Section A. Jack is keeping a record of the number of steps he takes each day. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Work out the range of the number of steps. 2 marks for this question. Okay, let's have a look. So, keyword in this example is, where's my pen gone? Range. Yeah, so obviously range is to do with the averages. So if you're not sure, if you're not familiar with the range, do have a look at the topic averages, definitely. Yeah, that's the big topic to do with range. And all of them are different. You've got mean, median, mode, and range. Obviously, range is, you have to do a certain thing for range. And that thing is, you have to get the biggest value. So range is biggest, take away the lowest value. Yeah. Or biggest take away the biggest take away the yeah, call it biggest take away the lowest. That's fine. Then so in this one, biggest one is that one right there, 15,323. Take away the lowest one, which is that one right there, Monday, 8,565. 8,565. And without the calculator, you're gonna have to do it this way. There's no other way. You're gonna have to do it like this. So start from the right hand side. 3 take away 5 you can't do. You're gonna have to borrow. Let's borrow from that. That makes it 13. 13 take away 5 is 8. 1 take away 6 you can't do, so you're gonna have to borrow. Yeah, and that becomes 11. 11 take away 6 is 5. 2 take away 5 you can't do. You're gonna have to borrow. A lot of borrowing in this one. 12 take away 5 now you can do. That is 7. 4 take away 8 you can't do. Let's borrow. That becomes a 0. 14 take away 8 is 6. So you should get the answer 6,758. Yeah, 2 marks. So you get 1 mark for the working out. Obviously, you get 1 mark for that, and you get 1 mark for your answer. Yeah, so that's section A done. Let's move on to section B. Oh, let me delete that 1 second. 6758. In fact, I'll leave that there because we might need it for section B. Let me just move it. How am I going to do that? Let's move the whole thing. Oh, it's a bit silly, this. Won't let me move it. I'll leave it there. Show a check of your answer, part B. So we're going to need this. That's why I left it on there. I didn't delete it. Because whenever it says show a check of your answer, you always have to do the reverse or the opposite of what you just did. So you have to do like a reverse calculation. So we have to start off with 6758. That's our starting point. 6758 is our starting point. We'll do it down here. Just ignore that thing at the bottom. So I'm going to do it's a bit fiddly, this. Where's it gone? Right, there it is. 675. 8. Why does that look different? I know why. Because I've changed the thickness of it. Right, let's delete that. 1 second. That's better. 6, 7, 5, 8. That's our starting point. And the opposite of takeaway, which is adding, you're gonna have to add. Well, the only one you're gonna have to add is that other number there, which is 8,565. You can't add the other number because it's going to give you a totally different wrong answer, which we didn't get in the original question. So you're gonna have to add 8, 5, 6, 5, because we want this 15,323 as our answer now. This is what we're trying to do, work backwards to get what we originally had in the question. But you have to work it out. Let's see. We should get the same. Let's double check it. 8 plus 5 gives you 13. Carry the 1. That gets you 12. Carry the 1. 12 plus 1 gives you 13. Carry the 1. And that is 15. Yeah, we do get the same. 15,323, which was originally in the question. So for your extra mark, you have to do the opposite. So whenever it says this, always do a reverse calculation. That comes up time and time again in the papers. Let's move on. Question 2. Work out a quarter of 24. There's loads of ways of doing these. Just 1 mark. You could do, without the calculator, it's the same as saying you divide by the bottom number, which in this case is a 4, so it's 24. Don't know why it does this. 24 divided by 4. Yep, so you just use your 4 times table. How many 4s go into 24? And it's 6, so you put your answer in there. Little note, you don't have to put your answer, but I think it's a good idea. You know, they've given you an answer box, just write it in there. But if they see the answer anywhere in there, I'm sure they'll give you the full marks. They're not going to mark you down for anything like that. So that's one way of doing it. Another way you could have done is you could have halved it. 24 divided by 2 gives you 12, and then halve it again, which gives you 6, gives you the same answer. Yep. So there's loads of ways of doing these. Whichever way you prefer is absolutely fine. So as long as you understand what a quarter means, so it's a half of a half, or you can just divide by 4. Dead easy. Let's move on. Oh, I need to clear this. Part B, work out -5 plus 3. I would use the number line for this. If you're not sure, you know, let's use the number line. A lot of people did get this wrong. Remember, it's not 5. It's not 5 take away 3, which a lot of people put 2 for this one. So it's not positive 2 for your answer. If you draw a number line, so 0's in the middle. You got all your positive numbers going this way. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. It goes on forever. And all your negative numbers this way. So you got -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5, and so on. Yeah. So this way is getting colder, and this way is getting warmer. Yeah. If you think of a temperature, if you think of the temperature, if you think of a thermometer, 0's in the middle, and all your positive numbers go that way. All your negative numbers go that way. We're here. We're on -5. We're here. And we're going to +3. So if you're plussing 3, you're going to the right 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. So you land on -2. Yep, so -2 should be your answer. You could have done it the other way around. You could have started off with +3 take away 5. It's the same thing, you know, as long as you keep the sign with the number. That sign is with that. That sign is with that. You can rearrange it in any order. If you're on +3, let's do it in a different color. Pen. So you're on you're on +3 here. You're going to do -5. That's 5 jumps to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still get the same answer. You still get -2. Same thing. So it doesn't matter which way you do it. Just don't get the signs mixed up. So obviously that minus is with the 5. That plus is with the 3. Yeah. So just don't get mixed up with that. And you don't have to do the number line. You know, if you can do it in your head, then that's absolutely fine. But I recommend doing the number line though. Let's move on. Part C says write 6.384 correct to 1 decimal place. So this is to do with rounding. So I always like to write the number down first, 6.384, number that they're talking about. There's your decimal point right there. So this must be your first decimal place. So I like to draw like a dotted line there. And that tells me that straight after the dotted line, this number here is going to decide what happens to the one before it. So if this number here, the 8 is, if it's more than 5, if it's a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, the number before it, the digit before it goes up. If it's less than 5, then it stays the same. And technically what you are doing is rounding down. So in this case, obviously it's more than 5, so it goes up to a 4. So it's going to be 6.4 as your answer. Yep. Dead easy. That's to do with rounding. Yeah, so if you're not sure, do look up rounding decimal places. Let's move on. Where's my mouse gone? Question 3. A lot of people got this wrong, so let's go through this. I think it's a good question. Alan works at a warehouse in Runcorn. Furniture company needs deliveries from Runcorn to Liverpool, Runcorn to Nantwich. Alan needs to work out the total delivery charge for these deliveries. He uses this map. Okay, we've got a scale on there. Scale is 1 centimeter on the map, is 10 kilometers on the ground. Alan uses these delivery charges. Okay, so if it's less than 20 kilometers, then it's that much. 20 to 35 is that much. Over 35 kilometers is that much. Work out the total delivery charge. Show how you get your answer. 4 marks for this. So it's a lot of marks for this question. When I was marking this, I'll tell you right now, a lot of people completely ignored this top section right here. And they just added these 3 delivery charges. That's not what it's asking for. That's not what it's asking for. Make sure you read the whole question first before you answer the question. Yeah, try to understand what are they talking about. Just imagine this guy, he's running this company. He's going to deliver these packages. So he's got 2 deliveries. He's got one from Runcorn to Liverpool. He's got another one from Runcorn to Nantwich. So we're not interested in Chester. We're not interested in Wilmslow. We are interested in Nantwich. We're not interested in Chester and Wilmslow, but the other ones we are interested in. I would draw a line, because it's to do with measuring. Let's draw a line from Liverpool to Runcorn. Yeah, obviously you guys use a ruler. I've got this funny thing on here. And I think when you measure it, it should be about 2.5 centimeters on the page. So 2.5 let's call it 2.5 centimeters. Yeah, I know some people got 2.7. If you got roughly about 2.5, that's absolutely fine. Any more than that, if you got like 3 centimeters, you're way off. Yeah, so you have to be within about 1 or 2 millimeters of your answer. Let's have a look at this. So if it's 2.5 centimeters, they've told us that 1 centimeter on the map is 10 kilometers on the ground. So 1 centimeter on the page is 10 kilometers in real life. So how many centimeters have we got? Let's do it like this. I like to use proportion. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So if you've got 1 centimeter, oh, what's happened there? One centimeter equals 10 kilometers. That's what we're told. We've got 2.5 centimeters. So if you put it underneath the centimeters, how do you get from that to that? Well, you have to multiply it by 2.5. Yeah, it's 2.5 times bigger, isn't it? So if you multiply that side by 2.5, you'll have to multiply this side. Oh, why does it keep doing that? That's a bit weird. Start again. 1 centimeter equals 10 kilometers. 2.5 is there. Yeah, so we're going 2.5 times bigger. So you have to multiply that side by 2.5, which gives you, yeah, how do you do this without your calculator? If you're not sure, a lot of people would just say, yeah, 25. But how do you know that? Not a lot of people know that. If you have 2.5 and you're going to times it by 10, just move the decimal point to the right. Yeah, that's how you do it in a non-calculator paper. So you just make the decimal point jump to the right once, so it lands there. So it's gone. It's gone from the middle of the 2.5. It's gone from there, and it's gone over on this side. So you do get 25 kilometers. Yeah, you do have to show this, by the way. You do have to show what you're actually multiplying. So I know a lot of people just put 25 kilometers on its own. I don't think you'd get the full marks for that. You do have to show what you're actually multiplying by. Yeah, in this case, we're doing 2.5 times by 10 or 10 times 2.5. It's the same thing. There's your first bit. So then we have to do Runcorn to Nantwich. Let me delete this 1 second. Hopefully you've got this on your page already. Yeah, I'm going to delete it. So then we do another line from Runcorn to Nantwich. Where's that? So from here, oops. From here to here. Yeah, and just measure that. I think it was about 4.5, I think it was. Can't remember off the top of my head. We'll just double check. I can't measure it on the screen myself, but I'm pretty sure it's 4.5. Let's call it 4.5. No, let me check. 1 second. Let me check. How am I going to check this? Let me just double check. I know how. Let's move that out of the way. Pretty sure it is. Let me just double check. 1 second. I'll upload these to the classroom as well. I'm pretty sure they are already uploaded, but I will upload these if. Okay, 4.2. Well, let's call it 4. Yeah, I think a lot of people did call it 4, didn't they? Let's call it 4 centimeters. Let's go back to this. Let's call it 4 centimeters. Right, 4 centimeters. So that will be, so again, do the same again. You've got 1 centimeter equals this thing. 1 centimeter. Oh, wow, what's going on? Not on this. This one. Keeps messing up. Why is it not drawing? Let me reload that. This is what happens when you use technology. That's fine. Get lost. Right. Hopefully that's going to work now. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, this is a disaster. Please work. Right. Let's call it 4 centimeters. Hopefully this will work now. Yay. So 1 centimeter equals 10 kilometers. Let's call it 4 centimeters from Chester. No, not Chester. Runcorn to Nantwich. So you go from here to here. From here to here is 4 times bigger. So if that's 4 times bigger, you'll have to multiply that by 4 as well, which is obviously 40 kilometers. So we got 25 kilometers and we got 40 kilometers. Let's have a look at our table. Where's that? There it is. So if it was 25 kilometers, so we've got 25 kilometers and we got 40 kilometers. So we've got 2 deliveries. So if it was 25 kilometers, that's going to be that one in the middle. That's 14.99. That's how much he's going to charge for that one. And for the 40 kilometers, that's going to be that one over 35 kilometers, which is 24.49. Yeah. So the total, we're going to have to add these 2 together. 9 add 9 gives you 18. Carry the 1. 14. Carry the 1. 9 for that. And 3 for that. You should have got £39.48 as your answer. Yep, there's your 4 marks right there. So yeah, you do have to show where you get the 25 kilometers from, where you get 40 kilometers from. Don't just write them down. You do have to show that, for example, and that. I know it's obvious, but you do have to show that. Yeah. Right. Let's delete that. Let's move on to the next one. Question 4. John works Monday to Friday, buys his lunch on his way to work. Each day, John buys a sandwich, a bottle of water, and a bag of crisps. Okay, so he's got shop A and shop B. John thinks he will save more than £7.50 a week if he buys his lunch each day from shop B instead of shop A. Okay, is John correct? 4 marks for that. So something to notice. I know it says, how much will he save? He thinks he will save more than £7.50 a week. Now, in this question, a week is not 7 days because he only works Monday to Friday. So a lot of people did use 7 days for this, which is completely wrong. So make sure you read the question carefully. He only works Monday to Friday, so that's 5 days. That's the first thing. You've got shop A and shop B. Me personally, I would, this type of question, I would split the page in half, work out what shop A is, work out what shop B is on the other side. And then you can compare. Yeah, and that's the main thing. The main thing is that you want to compare the two things. Which one is better value? And he thinks he can save more than £7.50 a week if he buys his lunch from shop B. So we need to check that. So, and let me zoom out a little bit because I need more space. That's better. Right, okay. In fact, let me zoom out a little bit more. That's fine. Hope you guys can still see that. Let's use this pen thing. Instead of fiddling with this pen thing. Right. Let's do shop A on this side. So split this in half. Let's do shop A here. Let's do shop B on this side. Let's do shop A first. So let's work out what it is for one day. He needs to buy a sandwich, bottle of water, and bag of crisps. We're going to have to add these together. So you've got £2.85. Got 60p, which goes there. If you do it in pounds, let's change them all to pounds. And you got 85p. We're going to have to do it like this. One big sum. You could add them separately. You could do two at a time if you want. Two first together and then the other one, the third one. Me personally, I would just do them all three in one go. 5 add 5 gives you 10. Carry the 1. 16, 22, 23. Carry the 2. And that's 4. Yes, that's going to be £4.30. There's your first mark right there. That's for one day. We need it for 5 days because it's Monday to Friday. Yeah, which is 5 days. So for 5 days, you'd have to times it by 5. So you do £4.30 times by 5. Let me move it down. In fact, let's redo that. I need more space. Let's do it up here. £4.30 times by 5. Obviously, you guys do it in the space that's provided, not up here. Nope, not times 5 is nothing. 3 5s are 15. Carry the 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 1 is 21. Where do we put the decimal point? I know a lot of people would say here, but it's not because it's lining up. That's not the reason why. You've got roughly £4 times by 5. You've got roughly 20 quid. So that's a good way of quickly figuring out where the decimal point should go. So there's your second mark. So that's for 5 days. That's shop A done. Let's do shop B. £3 meal deal. Well, shop B is dead easy. It's just a £3 meal deal for one day. We want it for 5 days. That's £15. That's your third mark. So now we need to compare that one with that one. He thinks it'll be more than £7.50 a week saving. Well, a saving is just the difference between them. So we'll have to do 21.50 take away 15. This is the only way we can do this without our calculators. We're going to have to do it this way. So nothing take away nothing is nothing. 5 take away 0 is 5. 1 take away 5 we can't do. Borrow. 11 take away 5 is 6. And that's nothing. He actually saves £6.50. So he thinks it was more than £7.50. Is he correct? So any question like this, it is a yes or no question. Yeah. So you have to say, in this case, obviously, does he save more than £7.50? No. He saves less than. £7.50 a week. Yep, that's good enough, or something along those lines. There's your 4 marks right there. Yep, let's clear that. And that is section A done. Yep, so don't spend ages on something like this. I think a lot of you did finish well within the time. Just make sure you read the question carefully. If you get stuck, you can always skip it and come back to it. You've got plenty of time. 25 minutes as well is more than enough time for this paper. And it will help you boost your mark for section B as well. You know, whatever you get for section A will definitely help. So that's section A done. I'm going to do section B next. I shall see you in a bit.